Hello. Welcome to the Stocks and Shares Investment Masterclass Trading. I'm Habila Amadu. I'll be taking you on this training. And please, I want to know where you are joining me from. Just type in the comment section the location where you are joining me from, and then we continue. You have taken the best decision so far in joining this training, and I assure you I'll give you the best explanation I can and insight on the stock and shares investment. All right, now let's move on now. Now, look at what a finance man said. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. And when I read this comment, I always say, God forbid, because it's something that touches the heart. He said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. This is a statement by Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett made this statement. It means the rich has a secret, and their secret is that while they sleep, their money works for them. And whilst their money is working for them, it brings more money to them. Whereas the poor don't have this knowledge and this wisdom. So he said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. And this stocks and shares investment masterclass training will open your eyes to know how the rich are leveraging on shares, buying of shares, and making profit out of it whilst they are sleeping. All right, let's move on now. Now, before we move on, please, I would like you to watch this video. Just sit put and watch this video, and I'll be right back.
This is what turns you from a rich person to a wealthy person. The major reason behind the financial up and down of believers, especially those that God has started helping, this secret right here is what, if you do not understand, you will never be wealthy. Never ever be wealthy. The Bible says, give a portion to 7 and also to 8, for thou knowest not what evil shall be upon the earth. We'll look at it in a number of versions. Give us NIV, then NLT, and finally Good News, GNT. Give us NIV. It says, give portions to 7 and yes to 8, for you do not know the disaster that may come in the land. Let's look at NLT. It says, divide your investments among many places, for you know not what risks might lie ahead. Can we? Yes, Good News. I like this. Watch this now. Put your investments in several places. Koinonia, wake up now. Many places even, because you never know what kind of bad luck you are going to have in this world. Look up. The only way money grows and the only way money multiplies is through investments. Write it down. The only way money grows and the only way money multiplies is through investments. If you do not understand investments, you will never be wealthy. Unfortunately, these kinds of platforms don't give us the liberty, because you are speaking with people and because you are speaking on financially related subjects, and with it comes many things, unfortunately. But let me tell you this, you must learn and master investments if you want to be wealthy. A job can give you you can have salary saved with time and have some money. Providing value, like I taught you, can connect you to a clientele, and all together they can give you some money. Some of us, as I'm speaking to you now, it's not like God has not been faithful. There is something lying there, but what to do with it is what most people do not know. It's the reason why they keep going up and keep going down. There is nobody who is sustainably wealthy on earth, whether in the secular or in the church. There is no ministry, listen carefully, that is sustainably wealthy on earth that has ignored investments. No. So mind on this, that when God shows you faithfulness financially, your next project is to settle down and learn everything you can on investments. Learn it, learn it, learn it. By the time you create systems, they are called, you have entered a realm called oceanic wealth. It's a realm that the Bible calls the wealthy place. You see that now?
All right, as you can see, the major emphasis in that video is investment. Learn investment, learn investment. Now, who is this training for? I am sure you might be asking, am I fit for this training? Yes, this training is for you who is a salary earner, that's an employee. Pardon my spelling there on that earner. I've missed the R there. If you're a salary earner, that's an employee. If you're a business owner, that's a trader or an entrepreneur. If you're a clergy, that means a man of God or a malam or whatever. If you're a student or a farmer, this training, etc., etc., this training is for you. So you are fit in this class. All right, so my objective in this training, because I've been receiving many questions, and I'm sure you too have that question: what is this stocks and shares? How does it work? So my objective in this training is to help you understand how the stock and shares investment industry work. That is my objective. I want you to understand it very well. All right. And number two, I want to help you start your own stocks and shares investment journey to wealth creation today. And I want to help you start that today, because this is a decision I took some years ago, and it has really changed my life. Decisions to ensure to see how I can improve on my financial capacity, enlarge my financial capacity. But you see, you will need to take a very important action at the end of this training to start investing in highly profitable shares with 50% profit and above. But this will not be free, okay? But I'll give you my best to explain how the stocks and shares investment industry work and help you to start your own today. All right, let's move on now. So someone might be asking, who is this person talking? As I've said, my name is Habila, and why you should listen to me. My name is Habila Amadu. I'm a clergy and entrepreneur, a wealth creation coach. I'm a director of the Digital Finance Academy and the privileged founder of a ministry called the Ancient Lives Gathering Ministry, domiciled here in Zuru, Kebbi State. I'm a graduate of Usman Danfodio University, Sokoto, where I obtained my bachelor's degree in microbiology, that's 2015-2019, and also from Amadu Bello University, Zaria, where I obtained my master's in public health from 2022-2025. It's 2025, not 2024. All right. So besides being a graduate, I have been mentored in the area of financial management and wealth creation by some of the brightest minds in the industry. Okay. So being experienced in investment for a long time and multiplying and growing my finances in high percentage, I also want to help you achieve this through this course, that you will start raising significant amount of money for specific projects through investment in stocks and shares. I've trained quite a number of students in stocks and shares, so I want to help you in that. All right, let's move on now. So someone might be asking, young man, these stocks and shares that you are teaching, are you sure you have attended the training? Yes, this is my certification, as you can see. I actually did the trainings earlier. I mean, since last year, almost a year plus, or to getting 2 years now. But you see, I just got the certificate this year. All right, just for professional reasons. All right, and these are my few results. Someone will be asking, let me see the results you are portraying in these stocks and shares. These are my results. As you can see, I bought shares from a company, Veritas Capital, where I got 34.53% gain. I also bought from Lasaco, that's by my left, downwards. I got 56%. 56.21%. Imagine I put 100,000. That means I have 56,000 naira as gain. Imagine in Veritas I put 100,000. I have 34,000 naira gain. You see the Owando there. Let me show you. This Owando you are seeing here. Can you see it here? This Owando, I made a profit of, is it 3? I'm making a profit. That's why I had to mark it. I'm making a profit there in that Owando. So that's why I had to show you how we progress in the stocks market. So this is just a few of my results. Just today I received one of the most exciting results from one of my students. The person made almost 200+% percentage gain just by buying shares. Okay. All right, let's move on now. So these are the companies I've bought their shares. As you can see, I have shares with Veritas. I've listed Chams, Lasaco, Access Bank, Fidelity Bank, First Bank of Nigeria. This First Bank of Nigeria. This is it. First Bank of Nigeria, FBNH. And I also have shares with UBA. I have shares with many of these. Access Bank, can you see it? Access Corp there. Yes, so I have shares with most of these banks. So it's not enough to just save money in the banks. You can buy shares. As much as they are removing their own percentage, their own transfer fee, bank charges, you are also making gain with them. So these are the few results. As you can see, right from June 2024, I've been into these things, been into the stocks and shares investment stuff till now, almost 2 years now. All right now, and then I also belong to a Nigerian and US stock investment in market investors. Is a group of people who are experts or trained in the stock market. So I belong to that community. As you can see, that's me there, down there in the group chat. I had to screenshot it for evidence sake. So as you can see, this is the group, our Nigerian and US stock market investors. We're actually more than 500 now. We are getting to almost 900, I think, or almost 1,000 now. and we deal with Nigerian stocks and also the US, where we buy shares from Tesla, from Google, from Amazon, from all other companies, from Apple. So this is a group of, we rub minds together and we buy shares from those companies individually, okay? But this is a group of sharp minds, sharp investors. All right. Now, let me go straight into what shares are, because that's what many of you have been asking. What are shares? So shares is a unit of equity ownership in a corporation. As you can see, there's a hand there, and it's like there are sliced portions there. Everybody is taking his own portion. That's what share is. You take your own portion from the company. All right. A unit of equity and equity of ownership. So let me break it down. Let me break it down. Please look at this slide carefully. The slide explains, defines here. It says shares refers to a portion of ownership that you have in a company. A portion of ownership you have in a company. In other words, if you buy the shares of a company like let's say Dangote Cement, automatically you have become one of the owners of Dangote Cement. Yes, is an evidence. There are evidence to that. That means anytime the company makes profit, you have a share of that profit, no matter how big or small. Of course, Dangote will not play with his company. Dangote will always want to see how his company will be making profit and be growing. So it means if I buy Dangote Cement shares or his sugar shares or maybe his refinery that will be enlisted soon, it means as the refinery is making profit, I will also be making profit. Do we get it now? Yes. No matter how big or small, I'll be making profit. So when I buy shares in a company, I have become one of the owners of that company. Yes, because my money is in that company. Okay. Yes, my money is in that company. So my name is registered there as a shareholder. My money is in the company. So whatever that will happen, every decision that will be taken in that company will directly affect me. So if the company are expanding and they are making profit, I, part of their owners, as they are making profit, they will be sharing that profit with me. So that means I don't even need to work in the company. I don't need to be employed as a laborer there or as a driver to be making money out of that company. Are you seeing how shares is making people rich? Just by buying shares alone. Let the drivers keep driving and those people carrying whatever they want to carry do. Just by buying shares, you have become like one of the owners. So as they are making profit, the same way they are paying drivers, you as a shareholder, you have your own profit to gain. That's what shares is in the simplest form. Do you get it now? And then after that, there's what they call again dividend. They shared profits called dividend. I'll explain that later. But just to know that when you buy shares, you are becoming like one of the owners of that company. Your money is there. So as the company is increasing, your money is increasing with the company. Yes. So that means you can buy the shares of different companies from as low. I've shown it to you in the last slide where I bought shares from Access Bank, First Bank, UBA, Lasaco, Veritas, and Champs. You can buy shares from different companies from as low as 0.50 kobo per unit to as high as 1,000 naira per unit. Is very possible. Very possible. This is why you see a rich man will carry 1 million naira and just invest, buy shares, and then allow the company to be working. As they are making profit, they are sending he's withdrawing his own profit. Simply like that. You don't need to be employed in the company to be getting money from the company. Just buy their shares and that's all. Okay? All right, next slide now. Now, let me give you an example of it. Now, example, the price of an Access Bank shares. Okay, meanwhile, let me tell you, shares is measured in units, just like you measure liquid in liters, like you measure weight in kilograms, right? You measure grains in measures. That's how shares are. So one share is called 1 unit, okay? Shares is measured in units, okay? You call one share, let's say like 1 pieces. Instead of saying 1 pieces, you call it 1 unit. That's how it is. So instead of putting pieces or 1 piece, you said 1 unit. If it's more than 1, then it has become units. Okay, so now let's say the price of Access Bank shares is 24 naira point 90 kobo per unit. That means per piece of share. So you can decide to buy, let's say you want to buy 100 units, that's 100 pieces of shares of Access Bank shares. This will cost you multiply 100 units, that's 100 pieces times amount per piece. Amount per piece or amount per unit is 24.90, 24 naira point 90. How much will it cost you in total? That's 2,000 naira, 490 naira. 2,490 naira. That means with 2,490 naira, you have become a shareholder in Access Bank. So as Access Bank are increasing and as Access Bank are making money, it means you are also making money. Do you see how easy it is? You don't need to become a millionaire to start investing. No, you can buy shares even with 1,000 naira. Yes, you can do that. Now look at it. The price of, let's say the price of Boa Cement shares is 99 naira per unit. So if you decide to buy the same 100 units, that's 100 pieces of Boa Cement shares. This will cost you multiply 100 units, that's 100 pieces of shares, times 99. Meanwhile, these things are sold digitally. It's not something go and give your fiscal cash. No, it's sold digitally. Everything is now digital. Okay, it's very easy. Whilst you are seated at home, you can do it with your phone. Buy shares, just fund your account, buy shares from them, and then that's all. You start making your profit. Okay, so if you buy 100 units of shares from Boa Cement at 99 naira per unit, that will cost you 9,900, approximately, let's say 10,000 naira. So let's say now you are buying 10,000 units, not 100 units, for the Access Bank at the same price. 10,000 units will give you 200. It will cost you 249,000 naira, and for Boa Cement shares, it will cost you 99. That's 990,000 naira. Note, you can buy shares if you have as low as 1,000 naira or even less. You don't need to have 10,000. Even with 1,000 naira, you can start buying shares. All right. So let's move on now. So these are the companies. I've just screenshotted some of their pictures here, their logos here, so that you can see. MTN, you can buy shares from MTN. There are more than 200 plus companies you can buy shares from. Okay, you can buy shares from oil companies, you can buy shares from banking industries, you can buy shares from whatever, transport companies, whatever, you can buy shares from them. Are you seeing banks are there, MTNs are there, communications, you see all these communication firms and whatever, you can buy shares from them from as low as 1,000 naira even to as high as, as low as 50 kobo to as high as 1,000 naira. All right. So now, how does this work? Because your question might be, how do I make profit from the stocks and shares investment? I will answer that among many ways. There are two major ways to make profit from stocks and shares investment. Number one is capital gain. Capital gain. So what is capital gain now? Capital gain is simply when the price of the shares of a company goes up. That is when it increases. Capital gain, when it increases. Example now, if you buy, let's say 10,000 units, remember I say units means pieces, right? 10,000 units of Dangote Sugar shares at, let's say they are selling it per unit is 50 naira. Now it will cost you 500,000 naira. You bought it at 50 naira, each share 50 naira. Okay, and you bought 10,000 units of it, or 10,000 pieces. Now, if the price, you bought it at 15 naira and the price now goes up to 60 naira by tomorrow, okay, by tomorrow, that means you will have what you do is that if the price, you bought it at 15 naira and then the price now goes up to 60 naira, that means you will have 600,000 naira. 100,000, you have made a profit of 100,000 naira in just 24 hours by putting in 500,000. You can even buy 1,000 units if you have money. If your money is not up to that, you can even buy maybe 100 units, as I've stated. You can even buy 2 units, even 1 unit, you can buy it. It's very possible. You can buy it. You don't need to buy in thousands. You can buy even 1 or 2 or 5. So just by buying it now at 50 naira and then tomorrow it goes up to 60 naira, you will see it yourself because you monitor it. You have it in your phone. You will see it, how it's growing. Every day you can check it. Now, if it goes to 60 naira, that's, you have 10 naira plus addition. Okay, that means you have 100,000 in just 24 hours. You invested 500,000 and tomorrow you wake up and saw 600,000. That's a huge profit. Huge profit, right? Huge profit. 20% profit is a huge gain. Yeah. All right. So that's capital gain. Now, it is possible for a company share price to go up by 10% to 50% in 24 hours. It's very, very possible. Very, very possible. In fact, there are companies that in 1 week they can hit more than 50%. Yes, more than 50%. That means you have put, imagine you bought that, okay, let's look at this example. That means if you have 10,000 units of that Dangote Sugars at 15 naira per share, which is a total of 500,000 naira, it costed you 500,000, and the price goes up by 50%. 50% of 50 naira is 25 naira. So the new share price now will be 25, 50% plus 25, that will be 75 naira. You bought it at 15 naira and then it increased to 25%, 50%, that's 75 naira. That is a profit of 250,000. Yes, in just 24 hours. 250,000 naira. So that is what capital gain is. You buy it at this price, and then when the price increases, that means your money increases. So you can decide to withdraw, sell your shares, withdraw your profits. You have made your profits within 24 hours. And there are some investors that will make it, that will invest for a year. In fact, the one for a year can even bring much gain than this one, because for a year you can have up to 700 or 800 or even 1000% profit. Believe me, you can have it. 1000% profit. I have evidences on that. 1000% profit. Yes, people can put in their money and allow it for a year, and then before you realize it, they are making millions. Imagine putting 1 million naira and then you come back and meet 1,000 profit. That's 10 million naira. Or putting in 100,000 naira and then you just leaving it there, coming to meet 1000% profit. That's, you have made 1 million naira out of 100,000 naira. That's how the stock market is. Capital gain. Okay. All right. Then dividend. What are dividend? Dividend is simply a portion of the company's profit. Now, apart from the capital gain, which is the increase in your share price, apart from it, there's another way again. This one, that is what, in fact, I rejoice with you for staying here. Dividend is simply a portion of company's profit that is paid to you as a shareholder. It is usually paid yearly or quarterly or according to the company's pattern of payment. For example, now, if you have 10,000 units of GT Bank shares and it is time for the company to pay dividends to a shareholder, if the company decides to pay 2 naira, in fact, some are paying 10 naira, I have it. This year, they've paid 10 naira per share. Okay, now if they decide to say, let's say they are paying 2 naira as dividends or earning per share, that's what we call dividend as well, you will receive a total of 20,000 naira. This is what it means. Apart from the capital gain, the profit you have made because the share price has increased, when the year runs out, do you get it now? They will sit down now and calculate the profits, and then they'll say, okay, we'll share the profits to anyone who has shares with us. This one is a gift, free gift. According to the number of your shares, we'll give you 2 naira according to the number of your shares. So you have 10,000 units, you multiply 10,000 times 2. That's 20,000 naira for free. This is what most millionaires do, or billionaires. They'll wait for the time for dividends, and then they'll put in their money. Sometimes the dividends can be 10 naira. Yes. Okay, imagine is they are selling the dividends is now 10 naira, not 2 naira. Now you multiply 10 naira times 10,000. How much will it give you? You have 100,000 naira as dividend. That's what most rich people do. They will buy shares. When it's time to pay dividends, they will pay them dividends and then they will withdraw. That's all. Can you notice the difference now? Dividends, you don't need to work for it, just buy shares. When the company are sharing their profits, they will divide it. Why capital gain? You buy it and you see whether the price is increasing. As the price is increasing, you are making profit. I know you are gaining value in that, okay? So how to invest in shares market? Let me show you that, just a brief step-by-step how to start investing. Now, the step-by-step procedure to start investing in the shares of any company in Nigeria and around the world is: number one, create a stocks and shares investment account with a stock brokerage firm. You can't go to these companies and buy shares. You have to get a broker. That's why I said, while seated at home, you can buy shares and you can be making profit at home, sleeping. You don't need to travel to GT Bank, travel to Dangote Cement Company, travel to the sugar company. No, you can be seated at home, just create an account with the investment broker, and then you fill the form, provide documents like your ID card, BVN, NIN, utility bill, that's the NEPA bill, passport photographs, etc., etc. Now, one thing that you should know is that the stocks and shares is regulated by the Securities Exchange Commission. You can go and browse it, SEC, that is SEC. So there's a body that governs this operation. It's not something that is a scam. There's a body in Nigeria, an authorized body that governs this all these stocks and shares. Okay. Then number two, after creating that stocks and shares account with the brokerage firm, you complete all the necessary documentations with your stockbroker. Note, your stock brokerage firm will also charge you a small fee. That one is just a minute fee. Then you now deposit money from your bank account into your stocks and shares investment account. Whilst you're at home, you can deposit as low as 1,000 naira to as much as 1 million, in fact, more than million self and above. All right, that's step 3. Now, step 4. Then you search for companies with profitable shares to buy. Now, take your time and search for companies with profitable shares in the stock market. Now, buy the quantity of shares you can afford. That's why it's according to your money, according to your size. Quote your quote according to your side, right? Then wait and make some profit. Capital gain, remember, capital gain. You bought it at 15 naira and you watch it, it's growing 75 naira. We say, wow, that's 25% gain. You now withdraw. Or you can say, okay, it's dividend time, they're about to pay 2 naira per shares, let me buy 10,000 units so that when the 2 naira gift is coming, I'll be included. So you wait for your investment to grow. You can make as much as 10% to 50% profit in one day, 1 week, or 1 month. Yes. Note, unfortunately, you can also lose money even all. But if you learn it, that's the essence of this training. If you learn it, you will avoid losses and gain profits continually. So when you have your profits now, sell your shares and withdraw your money to your bank account. Go and buy your car, go and buy pizza, go and buy shawarma, go and buy everything. Gather your families and friends and rejoice. Many will be wondering, what are you doing? No, I just bought shares and allow the company to work it for me, and then they are making profit. You are monitoring it yourself. You have it in your phone, you have it in your laptop, you monitor everything, and then that's all. All right. So have you been getting value from this training so far? Please, have you been getting value? I've taken time to explain this in details. Have you gained value from this training? If you have, please type value in the comment section below. Type value in the comment section below. Type value in the comment section. And please help me to subscribe and subscribe to this YouTube channel. That's Digital Finance Academy. All right. If you have been getting value, type value. I believe you have done that now. All right. Thank you. So I want to introduce you to what I call the Stocks and Shares Investment Masterclass course. This is a course where I've compiled everything about stocks and shares, how to open the brokers, the strategies. Okay, let's go. Starting something by yourself for the first time is difficult. The same thing as mine. When I wanted to start the stocks and shares, I went to browse online. Trust me, I didn't find valuable materials. No concise materials, information on stocks and shares. So I had to struggle, and then I was fortunate enough to find someone who went through the training, formal training, and I was trained there. But it took me, it costed me something, but nothing huge like that. So when you are starting something by yourself for the first time, it's difficult and it will take you time. So I came up with this course to guide you step by step on stocks and shares practically with your phone. You are seated with your phone and your laptop. You do it. I will show you everything. So this is the essence of the stocks and shares investment. Just like driving now, if it is walking, there's a natural way a child grows. Starts walking from crawling, standing to walking. But when it comes to driving now and flying, you need to be guided. Look at that. Those women, they are being taught how to drive. As you can see, they needed someone to guide them. The same thing in investment. You need a guide. And that's the essence of the Stocks and Shares Investment Masterclass course. Is a course. Just like flying again. In finance, the high flyers are the investors, these billionaires. They invest, they are high flyers. You don't see them on the ground laboring, but you see them making money. They are high flyers. They fly at the top. So if you want to join this class of high flyers, you need to be guided. And that's why I have created this Stocks and Shares Investment Masterclass course. All right, so you may be asking, why should I get the Stocks and Shares Investment Masterclass course? These are what you'll be getting in the course. This is the course now. Can you see it now? The Nigerian stocks investment. You can see the modules there. Can you see the module 1 here, module 2, module 3, module 4, up to module 11? I have detailed explanation and practical explanations on this. I tell you, you will need this course. You will need this. Many tens of people have bought this course. I tell you the truth. Now, can you see, apart from that, if you can see here, there is a bonus here. There is a bonus. Number 1, you can see I have a financial management book for you. I have another course again, free of charge. I will give you this course free of charge, another finance course again. And then there's a group I've created, a WhatsApp group, look at it here, for investors. If you buy this course, if you get this course and do the training, all in all, the course will cost you 4 hours, 4 minutes, 43 seconds. If you get this course, you would have access to my special WhatsApp group, where we'll be guiding you as well. When you want to buy, you can ask questions there. I will tell you, okay, this is what to buy, this is what not to buy. When it's time to pay dividend, I will inform you, and then you buy the shares, get your dividend profit, and withdraw. That's all. So you have access to my Stocks and Shares Market Investors WhatsApp group, and then you also have another free recharge card printing business. If you want to start recharge card printing business, I have it for free. I will show you the step-by-step guide. So these are the bonuses I'm giving you, apart from the practical things you'll be learning. Can you see this module 9 here? Module 9. Look at module 9. I said a proven and endorsed strategies for identifying highly profitable shares with 50% profit and above yearly growth, so you can make 50% profit. I will show you the strategies on how to know this one has high capital gain than this one. Okay, yes. So this is what you'll be getting in the course. And of course, the strategy now, I want you to see what my boss, the reason why I said it's a proven and endorsed strategy is because my boss endorsed it. He said, good morning. This was long ago when I did a training. He said, good morning, investors. I trust you're having a productive week. I've received various feedback from our last mentorship session, which is a sign that some of you here really followed the coaching that in that session. Look at his comments. He said, however, Habila Amadu, this is me, that's me now, okay, was able to see something very powerful when he was implementing the act of studying the chart. So I was expecting different, these are the, so when I gave him that observation, look at his comment here. He said, you are the only person that noticed this among my students. I was waiting for who will first observe. He said, kudos, you have a sharp eyes and an exceptional mind. I have it. Oh yes, I have it. So this is what I want to show you, what I spoke to my boss, the strategy I revealed to him, and he endorsed it. All right, so as you can see, many people have bought this course. I tell you, in tens of them. Look at them, look at their names here. They have bought the courses. They are there. I just screenshotted a few here who have brought my course, and they are doing very well. My students who are doing very well in the stock market. All right, now look at some of their comments. I may not have time to go through their comments. These are the people who have bought the course. Please, you can pause this video at your leisure time and read these comments. He said, how I can start this, but it was so difficult. I'm Stanley Dogara. He was looking for how he can start, but with this course, and believe me, it's made it more easy for me. The tutor took his time to explain in details, and sincerely, my mindset is empowered already. Yes, I'm currently having a mindset of an investor via stocks and shares. Yes. Now look at another person here, Gideon. Gideon is saying something here. Can you see Gideon? Look at what Gideon is saying. Look at his comments here. You can read that. You can read that of Stanley as well. And then look at others. He said, these courses are massive and valuable. The courses are worth listening. It's guide. You see, Joseph said something here. Let's hear what Joseph said. He said, the course has provided me with a solid foundation in stock market investing. I appreciate the clear explanation and practical examples. Everything is practical. From the brokers and everything. I'm already enjoying the course. I'm finding it very helpful in understanding the stock market. The lessons are well organized and concise. Yes. All right. Someone said, I've watched the first module and it's great value. Someone said, for me, what stood out among many other things is you can dare to try it with little amount. Thank you for addition values. You're welcome, Samson. You see that I've always wanted to learn about stocks and shares like many of you now, investment. I will say this course is a great opportunity and came at the right time. This is your right time. Don't wait. This is your right time. Okay? All right. So these are the bonuses I've already told you. Bonuses of financial management book, easy money making masterclass. This one is for free. I'm giving it for free for anyone who gets the course. Recharge card printing business guide. And then you have access to investors, master investors WhatsApp group. All right. Now, how much is this course? How much? I know you'll be asking how much. Your heart is beating. How much? How much? How much? Now, considering the value you will get and how much it will help you make a lot of money and eventually become a millionaire and billionaire. Trust me, it's very possible. I told you with 100,000 naira, 200,000, you can become, even with 1,000 naira, gradually as you're building. So it will be worth it if I decide to sell this course at 15,000 naira, 75,000 naira, and 100,000. Believe me when I tell you, financial courses are very expensive, especially when it has to do with investment. All right, but I'm a considerate person. I'm a young man and I'm very considerate. Looking at the current economic situation in the country now, of course, I know. So this is it. This course is hosted live on Seller. If you go back to the previous slides, you saw it on Seller. It's hosted for 15,000 naira. 15,000 naira. That's the price. But hold on. Don't panic. Can you see the true worth of this course now? The one I hosted for 15,000 naira. Look at it. The Easy Money Masterclass course alone is 5,000. The recharge card is 2,000. The stocks and shares is 20,000. Now, if you merge everything, it's 27,000. But I brought it to 15,000. But still, hold on. Just hold on. No room for panicking. I like to show people who are fast action takers what I call an unfair advantage. So I'm going to give this masterclass course. Remember, the worth is 27,000, but I gave it at 15,000. But I will still give to the first 10 persons who will take this course at a whopping discount of 9,900. That's the bonus I'm giving. Remember, the bonuses are there. Bonuses, you have books there, you have other courses there, you have recharge card printing business, and you have access to my WhatsApp group. I'm giving it to you instead of 27,000, instead of 15,000 naira. I'm giving it to you at 9,900 naira. 10 persons who will take it at a woofing discount. But you see, I have a good news for you today. This is December, and December we are close to Christmas, and I'm always giving a Christmas bonanza as well. Christmas bonanza is here. So this is the good news now. The good news is, instead of 9,900 for the sake of this Christmas season, I'm giving it today to 1st of January at 6,000. I'm giving you a 30% discount at 6,930 naira starting from today. Believe me, others have started taking advantage of this bonanza. So it's a Christmas bonanza. Get this bonanza. Instead of 9,900, you are getting this today at 6,930 naira. Get this bonanza today. Get it today, okay? After 1st of January, it's going back to 9,900 naira for the 10 persons. And when 10 persons is exhausted, 15,000 naira. That's the price, the normal price then. So take advantage and buy it at 6,930 naira. All right. So take your slots among the first 10 people today. Send me a message now on the WhatsApp with the code SASMA, SASMA, to 07017686204. Just send me the code. Just type the code SASMA. There may not be any need for any subtraction. Just type SASMA to this number, and then I will see you in the masterclass course. Thank you for your time. Thank you. Bye.